Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Final Boss here, and today we made it to Legendary Arena as a level 7. Did not make it as a level 6, didn't make it as a level 5, made it as a level 7, but I wanted to bring up deck building. My account got hacked, I couldn't do an Electro Wizard challenge. It's not cool, it sucks. I'd like to do that instead, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bring up a great point here, and the reason that I made this deck originally on this account was to counter the Royal Giant and the spam decks and all the bait decks, I guess, whatever you call it. But so that's why this deck was built. You know, it's built around these 3 cards, and then the Inferno was made for the Royal Giant. And you know, you can never have enough protection, so we put in the Fire Spirits that was doing a great job against the Goblin Barrels, and mainly, specifically, the Minion Horde. So the Fireball Zap, you know, could get through everything else, and then we had the Distraction Skeletons to try to keep the deck as cheap as possible. Plus, the 1 Elixir Skeletons are just absolutely amazing. They are so good, and you know, you can sit there and pull Minion Hordes for an hour. So, but then I wanted to do an Elite Barbarians, because right now you can't win unless you have Elite Barbarians, and that was what I was having trouble against. So if I could go back right now and make this account at this, I think I'd have a really good shot. It'd be kind of painful because at the end of the getting to legendaries, that's all you play is level 10s. That's it. That's all you play. You might see a level 9 every once in a while, and you're going to play a couple of level 11s. It's because I actually smoked every level 11 that I played, which was pretty intense. I mean, I was just kind of getting angry and frustrated because I think I was almost in Legendary Arena like 4 or 5 times, and then I would lose, and then like I'd win, and then I'd lose again, and then I'd lose another one. Then you know how it is. You guys played the game. It's just very frustrating. I probably threw out a couple of angry faces, so if you guys are here from those matches, I do apologize. Not mad, just highly frustrated, and I got a lot of wows too, so that was kind of cool as well. But the reason I made this deck is on my other one that I had the Musketeer, so we went ahead and substituted that out for the Ice Wizard, and I was also using Zap, so there's not a difference. I know everyone's gonna ask, hey boss, you know, can I use the Zap, or what's the difference, between the Log and the Zap? Guys, listen. The Log and the Zap are both great cards. One situation is going to be better for one, and another situation you're going to wish that you had the Zap, okay? There's just no way around it. Sometimes you just get insane values, especially with princesses. Someone throws down a barrel, you get the 2-for-1 combination, bada bing, bada boom, and then that's it. So the freeze really came in handy. I think that's really a key ingredient to get in the Legendary Arena as a lower level player. It's just where you can like, you know, stop their giant pushes when they kind of do an all-in push. If they got like a giant Musketeer and everything else. And if you don't have your Elite Barbarians, I believe that the Barbarians would be a great counter for it as well. And those are just kind of some of the deck building things that are going on. The minions are really great for countering the graveyards. I did come across a bunch of graveyard decks, and also another reason I kind of had the Log as well for some other random stuff. So I was actually enjoying playing with the Log versus playing with the Zap, but I can't tell you which one's better than the other because it's just not possible to tell you because it's all situational, right? So what I'd highly recommend if you're actually going to do this is to definitely level up the Ice Golem. The Ice Golem is by far the best card, and some of the times I'd run across some of the Skarmies, especially when I was getting to the Legendary Arena, that my level 6 was not killing the higher level Skarmies, so you definitely want to get that up. So that would definitely be a key. You know, Hog is cool, you know, level 6 is fine. You know, the Mega Minion, I just upgraded him, so everything else was pretty much level 6 rares. Not going to make that big of a difference. And the freeze, you know, as long as it's enough to, you don't even have to have level 3. Level 2 would even be able to get it there as well, and you don't have to have the Ice Wizard. Ice Wizard was just really nice just to stop some of those big huge pushes. So going ahead, and we're going to go ahead and open up this clan chest here. Let's see what we got in this bad boy. 3,100 gold, Peewee, zaps, cool. You really want some ice golds? Yes! As soon as I said in 40 out of 100, that's cool. Valkyrie's not using her anymore, and we get it. Alright, get some ice golems. Could have been better for sure. We're just like 33, but not going to complain about that. Maybe we'll get lucky on... We're not going to get lucky there. So, let's go ahead and get in some gameplay, and we'll review some of the win logs and everything else. Yeah, so we're going ahead and just kind of look through the logs. It was like lose 3. That was a rough little spot. I couldn't, I don't know, I couldn't get through it. And then it was like a lot of onesies, and a lot of them were, you know, streaky. So I mean, sometimes it was just like me making one little small mistakes, or if I was pushing 2 lanes or anything else. But that's my entire battle log. So yeah, so let's go ahead and review some of these. And the main reason I didn't do live on this was because I didn't know when I was going to get the Legendary Arena. I didn't even know if I was going to get the Legendary Arena with it. But I feel fairly confident now that, you know, I think even at a level 6, if you get to these levels, you're still going to be at a disadvantage with the towers. And I've noticed that is a big, huge difference. It's not the damage on the towers, it's how much the towers are actually doing for damage on the defense as well. So anyway, let's go on ahead and get into some of this gameplay here. I took a pill in Ibiza to show a beachy I was cool. Oh, wait. Oh, what? We're recording. Oops. Oh, wow. You start off with an Ice Golem, Elite Barbarians at level 10. And guys, I'm showing my frustration right off the back. Oh, yes, I got very frustrated in these matches, and I got BM'd by people that were 3 and 4 times higher than me that were losing, you know, I was losing to like very, very close matches. And some of this, I think I did a lot of angry faces. I'm not going to even lie. I normally never do those. It's very rare. It does come out of me every once in a while, and, you know, I try not to do it. I just think it's not really cool, but you know, I get the need for it sometimes. Can't lie. So don't hate me. So you're like boss the BMer. So yeah. So I went ahead and sent our elite barbarians down there. Gone ahead and got some awesome damage. The freezes really came in handy for me to beat the people that are a lot higher. You know, I was just very frustrated having to play level 11s. I'm sure he's very frustrated. He's going to probably get beat by a level 7. I mean, I can't imagine how some of these people feel when they see their card levels versus mine. You know, I mean, he's got a level 7 hogs, but he's got way higher cards. And look at that damage. I mean, he's got 3,000 million damage going on over there on his tower. So you know what? A lot of the time I knew he's broke, so we went ahead and pushed. We're not gonna ever just go after an Ice Golem. There's never, you know, you got to worry about what's going to go behind the Ice Golem. But you really got to gather up a smart and intellectual pushes when you're trying to beat the people that have a lot higher cards. So you know, when you got to do your push, you try to get the Ice Golem in front and everything else. I mean, this dude's archers did like 9 million thousand damage to everything. I mean, it's just like level 11 archers just wreck. I mean, it gets to level 7. I mean, it's nasty. An Ice Golem and an archers probably would take out my tower. I'm like being almost 190 million% serious right now. So his technique here is obviously is why I'm able to win, and obviously another reason of why he's just down so low. But there's a lot of people down here, guys, that are this low. So I decided just to go on ahead and overprotect since that Inferno had a lot of damage going on over there. So we just went ahead and pushed over there. So yeah, he's mad. I get it. This game is super frustrating, and guys, I bet you know what? There's always a lot of frustration, even up on top. It doesn't matter if you're max cards. It doesn't matter what you are. This game is just uberly frustrating, and he's just missing some techniques. You know, a lot of these things can be cleaned up, and it's going to allow you to have more fun. I try to bring those to you guys. So that's kind of the whole point of this channel. I want to help other people out. So hopefully it helps everyone else out. So he goes on his head, and a lot of people want to go on ahead and push first on me because they see that I am a level 7, and that's fine. I mean, this guy's a level 9, so most of the numbers that I played were mostly 10s when I was this close to getting to Legendary Arena. I did see a few 9s, but it was just mainly 10s, and and it's painful because a lot of them have higher troops, but you know, 3 levels higher, their towers are doing a lot more damage. And obviously, you know, at 2184 versus 2534, so we're already spotting him. So he shows his skeleton army, and you know, we're just gonna kind of let that go. we have to worry about his Valkyrie over here. So not very great whenever I knew as soon as he got that he was going to go on ahead and do that push. We're going to go on ahead and log everything away, and that's kind of the reason why I went with the log over the or over the zap, and gave him the angry face. There was a lot of angry faces in getting to Legendary Arena as a level 7. But you know what? You got to have patience. You can't let this stuff, just because it did the angry face. I mean, I still had a steady head and still was playing really good. So, I mean, I was still dropping 1 or 2 games. I mean, I was almost in Legends like a handful of times. So it was, it was just a matter of time as long as I kept my cool and didn't tilt really, really hard. I mean, the frustration's okay, but you know what? So everything I've done against this guy and all my counter pushes and everything, he's just absolutely just destroyed me here. I mean, I'm not able to do anything. His pushes and defense is better than mine. So what do you have to do whenever that goes on? You're going to have to go on ahead and apply pressure to the other lane, especially when you have half of your tower damage down. You have to do something to break this up, because with the Musketeer Ice Wizard, I mean, he's destroying me. So I went ahead and put the Ice Golem over here, and after I learned earlier, so what I learned earlier, is that he had the skeleton army, so I was able to go on ahead and get some hefty damage, almost able to tie the game up, just 300 HP difference. And then we have our elite barbarians coming in. But we're going to have to address the Valkyrie, because the Valkyrie alone can really do some sick damage. Our elite barbarians were able to take care of his, and now we got a huge push going on over here on the right hand side. So that's kind of how I was able to turn the tables on this, because I was not able to play one side with him, and wasn't able to play that whole game. So I had to switch up the game plan, right, guys? So that's kind of the thought process here. Going ahead and just freeze these. We had the game in the bag. We went from getting dominated to winning. So once we got an elixir advantage, we're going ahead and do that. I really like rolling the log down. Give him a wow, and I gave him a good game after that as well. Always congratulate people, afterwards, even if it doesn't show it on here. I always say good game and good luck, or well played. That's what you do. It's okay to show frustration. It's just not to sit there and BM somebody when you think you have the upper hand. I put the Mega Minion down there, so you went ahead and put his miner over here. I have some wacky push, but we're going to go ahead and do our full push versus his full push, and he's just going to completely annihilate our towers. Those little Larrys over there just doing some work over on my tower, and he's able to get a Mega Minion down. There's completely canceled out my whole entire push. So it was bad. It was a terrible trade. So I felt like he was broke, so we went ahead and put my elite barbarians down on the right hand side, which was a great call, because he's sitting there on the broke side. We were able to take pretty decent amount of damage there, and we were able to take out one of his elite barbarians as well. Our little minions are going to be able to clean up that one elite barbarian. Don't have much for a push here until the minions kind of went back. Went ahead and put the Ice Golem down to tank for the minions, and now we have our Hog come down for a counter push, and it's looking pretty juicy right here. So that looks like a feeling like a tower, especially at that point, and we were able to take that one down. Some of these games are so incredibly close, and some of these comebacks were just enough to stress anybody out and make anybody mad. I mean, I get it. So he drops down the surprise Lava Hound with Elite Barbarians. Guys, I've seen some of the craziest combos in this game down in the lower arenas. They're like, oh yeah, I got a Skeleton Army, let me put that with the Giant, and oh, we got an Inferno Dragon, put that in there with the Lava Hound. I'm like, what? I don't know. So, trying to stop the Inferno Dragon. I'll tell you what, guys, the Inferno Dragon is the inferior dragon, unless you're under-leveled when you're like level 5 or 6, and your towers won't do any kind of damage to it whatsoever. Try to throw out the prediction log there to see if we can hit gold, but we weren't able to do it. This got really dicey and super sketch, but we were able to put down the Ice Golem at the last second, get the Ice Wizard down, and kind of take everything up. We're going to go ahead and throw down I thought we were going to throw the log. Almost went ahead and did that, but I decided to get the freeze. We were able to do some massive damage over here. We're waiting for our Elite Barbarians. Everything at this point, we're just running broke. Super broke. We're able to get down our Ice Wizard here to stop out his minions. And we are able to turn the tables here. Ice Golem in the front, Hog behind it. And now we're rocking and rolling. So yeah, no, this is not a pig push, and everyone's like, hey, why don't you guys pig push? So I thought I was about to get 3 crown. He was able to get the Mega Minion down right here, going ahead and freeze it. I don't know. I really felt like I was about to get 3 crown. So I just was kind of more like panic mode, just kind of throw everything down. Sometimes, you know, there's not a, especially in the end. Some of these games I went back and saw, I got a little aggressive because whenever you're winning off of aggression, you allow people that, you know, are more than you, you know, have more higher troops than you to go ahead and do that. So seriously, at this point in the game, guys, I know it's not a joke. I'm not saying good luck anymore. I'm just like, okay, I'm just focused and everything else. I do that maybe afterwards. Sometimes I don't even say anything. I don't need to say anything. It's just like, so yeah, he's got a really hefty push going on here. He's got the archers, and I got elite barbarians about to be dropped right here to try to take down the giant, kind of take that down. I felt like when he said well played, it was just kind of like just making fun of me. I don't know. I guess that was kind of that. Completely broke over here. I'd send down a stupid log. That log was then he BMs me, and yeah, couldn't even do anything on that. About to lose a tower on both sides. Feeling pretty hopeless, and now the dude's sitting here laughing at me. I mean, it's not a great place to be, and I feel like this happens more so in the lower arenas. I mean, it might also happen up top as well. So yeah, the dude was just kind of being a jerk. So and now he puts that in Inferno, stops my push with my. I can't do anything. It wasn't cool at all. It happens. It happens. It happens. So still don't rage quit the game. I've seen so many people rage quit a game. You know what? This. You can always have a chance to win. So he goes on ahead, and I felt like he was broke. So we go on ahead and drop our elite barbarians on the left side instead of sitting here playing defense. Catch a lucky break with the missed fireball. He zaps that. He's spinning elixir left and right, trying to stop it. But it kind of like a similar situation earlier when the hog ice whiz. I'm sitting there logging. It's not going to stop that. I don't know, you know, I guess you just kind of get in panic mode sometimes and you just need to like maintain a little composure. So we're able to, we're going ahead and hit the giant back just for the possibility we might be able to catch back up. And I wanted to put the ice golem down the right side push, but we needed to address the hog. I thought maybe we could stop the hog in time, but we were just a little split second. Ice Wizard just putting in some work over there, and I decided at this point that I'm dead. I'm dead if I don't do anything. So he puts his Inferno in his corner, which I actually like that Inferno in the corner. I think that's a good call. I've done that too as well, but I probably would have drawn the troops over to the center. Still going to be the key. So we just kind of doing it all in right here, putting down our elite barbs, just kind of getting as much as we can. I feel like, you know, at this point I was like, man, there's a chance. There's a chance, there's a chance, especially when this one elite barb is just sitting there going to town on a tower. Got the ice golem going in. We're going ahead and put down the hog right here. We're going to go ahead and send out the prediction log just so we can get any kind of chip damage, move all that stuff away, and look at that hog. The hog brings down the bacon, and look, here comes the tears. I am sorry, guys. I felt like that was well-deserved BM. I don't, like I said, most of these videos, I don't even think I even beat. I think he was probably the only person that BM today. It just felt like he was just being a jerk. But I get it. You know, he was like getting all cocky and thought he had the game in the bag. But, you know, and that's why he's mad. But, you know, you don't need to be... You know, you're winning already. You don't need to kick somebody when they're down. I mean, maybe that's your strategy. But I feel like a lot of these people that lose these type games, you know, they're used to losing. I mean, poor Steph right here just puts down a bad Inferno. Was just able to capitalize it. And I give out a wow because, I mean, you know, I get it. I've been there before. We've all put down a bad one. And I decided to go ahead and be aggressive and capitalize on his mistake. And I said, well played, and I said thanks, and oops as well. So, you know, we all make mistakes, but, you know, I'm not going to be, anytime I'm ever up on somebody, especially a lower player, I'm not going to sit there and tell them good game or like BM or anything like that. It's just not cool, man. Just not cool. So, anyway, I was almost in Legends, like I said earlier, like 5 or 6 times. I was 1 game away and then I tilted. But you just got to keep after it. If not, take a break if you lose 2 or 3 games and you just feel like you're down. But I think I went all the way down to 2,900 and then went on a little winning streak and then it was able to get back up. But as kind of this video is kind of wrapping up towards the end of this one, we're just going to go on ahead and talk about that. I think that if you wanted to go on ahead and make a new deck with this deck, I think this currently would be an amazing deck that might actually have a really good shot. That was an excellent fireball on Steph's part. Wasn't going to be enough there to prevent that tower being taken away, though. But yeah, I believe that, since I focused all my cards on the trifecta deck, and then the Elite Barbarians became the new thing. It's like, I don't know if they're gonna nerf the Elite Barbarians. I'm assuming they might put like an HP nerf on it a little bit, but 6 elixirs is a lot, guys. That's a giant skeleton. It's a big investment. It can be countered by 5 or cheaper units as well, like skeleton army and everything else. So it's really actually kind of a nice card to have. I sit here and say this, and I was probably even saying bad words about it because when I didn't have the Elite Barbarian, saying on my lower level account leveled. So Steph missed one there. I don't know what's going on, but we'll take it and everything else. But yeah, I think with the Elite Barbarians, when I was struggling with the trifecta with my poor little Valkyrie is just getting destroyed, and it wasn't fun. So I was able to get a level 5 up to what was it? I was able to get the level 6 up to 2600 and change. I think it was maybe 20. I got it up to 2700 trophies and change. I don't know, something like that. I got it up pretty high, but I just kind of got tired of it and everything. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun playing it, this whole account. It's not completely dead. I might continue on doing a little segment on it. Maybe if I never get my account back, maybe it's my new account. Hopefully we can get my account back there. As far as the Electro Wiz goes and everything else, you can put the Electro Wiz in for the Ice Wizard, be a pretty good deck. This defense right here is going to be really amazing. You could also put in archers. You could substitute out, put a fireball in if you don't have a log. I don't know. I think they unlocks all the legendaries for this one, but you could put in a zap for that as well. Any kind of variation of this deck, Elite Barbarians, anything right now is super good. But I really, being a hog guy, Elite Barbarians, hogs, Ice Golem, those are just essential. You need to have a zap in there as well. If you're not going to have a fireball, you need to be running a freeze or anything like that. The Ice Wizard was really nice because it was just kind of stopped all the pushes. So if you did a freeze combo, it was able to just kind of stop all the big pushes that are coming back. So maybe if you don't have Ice Wiz in this deck, maybe you run the fireball, or maybe you could do a fireball freeze combo. That'd be good, crazy. Archers are always really good with the golem and everything else, the ice golem, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm about to drive 14 hours tomorrow to a whole another state. I'm gonna jump a few different states, and I'm gonna make it back on Monday. I'm gonna bring my laptop with me and MacBook over the Christmas weekend. And I might try to get a video out, especially if I get my account back, maybe a later on push. Maybe I can get Electro Wizard in, last day, or, tomorrow, or probably not tomorrow. I'm going to be dead tomorrow. But maybe I can get one out Sunday if I have any time. I just don't foresee it happening. So I'm going to try to get a video out on Tuesday, since this video is probably going to come out on Saturday. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas holiday. Happy holidays if you're not into that thing, or have a great weekend, if you don't celebrate that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that sub button if you haven't. Hit like if you enjoyed it. Peace out, guys.